Okay. Good morning, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Today is Saturday, and it is right on time today, 10:15 a.m. So we are starting right on time. And today we got a lot that we're gonna go over. But first of all, let's hear from some people. How's everybody doing? Can everybody hear me okay? Make sure everybody can hear me okay.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Are you glad
Good morning, I'm here.
Good morning, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry about that, couldn't unmute. Good morning, yes, I hear you very well.
All right, great. As you all can see, I am here in my, in our new home. It's kind of empty right now. We haven't moved the furniture in yet. So it's a beautiful day out here by the lake. Beautiful. I was gonna do it outside, but I don't have any outlets outside where I can plug into out there on the gazebo. So I came back inside, but it is absolutely gorgeous outside. I got all the, got all the congratulations and stuff on Facebook, and everybody who reached out to us to congratulate us on our new home purchase, and we want to thank you all and let y'all know that we greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much. Now, in light of us moving into our new home, now I'm gonna do a little history. I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit, and today we're gonna be discussing things. The subject that we're gonna be dealing with today is what motivates you. I know we normally do like a whole bunch of training or something, this and that, but we're gonna talk about something. We're gonna talk about a few things that a lot of people don't discuss within this industry, okay? And believe it or not, and some of you all will agree with me, hopefully all of you all will agree with me. The biggest factor in being successful in anything is figuring out what drives you, okay? That is the most important. That is the number one thing that will determine if you are successful or not. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter what type of business you're trying to start. It doesn't matter if everybody in the world has failed at it. But what's going to make the biggest determination as far as you succeeding at something, it's going to be your drive. What motivates you? What inspiration do you? What inspires you? And another part of that is what frightens you. Okay? People can say what they want to say about fear. Everybody, oh, I hate being scared. I hate fear. Things that cause me fear is bad. Fear is bad, and that's a negative emotion. No, it's not. Fear is not a negative emotion. Okay? Fear, in some cases, will keep you alive. Fear, in many cases, will put you on alert. The fear of something can cause you to be successful because it causes you to motivate to not want to, just the fear of being in that old situation or a place you once were, you don't ever want to get back there again. So a lot of times, fear can cause you to make great strides in life. So I'm glad we got a lot of people on today because I'm going to be asking all of you to share with me, to share with everybody. First of all, why you join this network? Why you join this platform? Okay, what about this platform made you want to join it? Secondly, what drives you? Okay, and what's your biggest fear? And we're going to see if we can help you all to understand those things and use those things to make you successful in being a logistics entrepreneur, whether you're a freight broker, whether you are an independent dispatch firm, whether you are a business manager, whether you are trying to develop your own software, whether you are a truck driver, no matter what it is, okay? So we're going to talk about those things, and today we're going to have a Q&A session. About an hour-long Q&A session, so you all can ask questions and about the industry, about the platform, about booking freight, and about your carriers or whatnots, and we're gonna see if we can find those answers for you all. So, first of all, let's go through here and let's now I'm gonna be calling on you all, so y'all gotta be ready to go. Okay, I know a lot of y'all are about to be, man, I don't want to talk. But guess what? In this business, you gotta talk, right? In this business, it's all about what is coming out of your mouth and how you're gonna convince someone to use your services. So that's what this business is really all about. So first of all, I want to welcome all of our Facebook people. We are broadcasting live on All Truckers United. We're also broadcasting live on Freight Broker Trainers and Instructors. Broadcasting live on the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We are broadcasting live on CDL Professionals. And I think we are broadcasting live on Freight Brokers. So, and then I'll be sharing that with other places too. So, welcome everybody. And we're also broadcasting live on my personal Facebook page. So, hey, all family, friends, associates. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, it's me. So we are broadcasting live. All right. Does anybody want to volunteer first? To be first. So this is going to be more about you all, and then after we hear from you all, I'm going to tell you all what drives me, what motivated me, and what fears I have. Okay. And a lot of you all know my story, but a bunch of you all don't. But we're going to share that today, and we're going to share how it motivated me to do and accomplish what little bit I have accomplished so far. All right.
I want to go first.
Okay, and who are we speaking with?
Debbie Engel at A&D Dispatch Service of Florida.
Hey, how you doing? Nice
I'm great. And first off, I want to thank you and the platform. Me and my team booked our first freight Monday. It was exciting. It was stressful, and we had some fears, but we got over it. So you just have to work through it.
That's what's up. I really like that. I like hearing that. That's what's up.
That's great.
And the great part about it is, all you got to do is now just do what? Repeat the process over and over and over.
Yes, sir. Here's another fear. I have a driver that has 29 trucks. He contacted me, and he's supposed to call me at noon today. And the fear has really kicked in. So just buckle down, and we're going to do it. It's 2020, time to make some changes.
Exactly. Look, it's crazy because we can be wishing for something, hoping for something, striving for something, but then all of a sudden when it happens and you're face to face with it, you're like, oh shoot, what do I do now?
That wasn't the exact words, but somewhere along the line.
Yeah, you take out the O and put an I in there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My team of 3 has grown to a team of 4 because we're going to need some help here.
Exactly. And that's really what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. Look, no one was born a freight broker. No one was born an independent dispatcher, firm or firm owner or anything of that nature. No one was born a truck driver. Okay. And if you look at every person who has a measurable level of success, you got to realize they wasn't born doing that. So at some point in time, whatever they're doing, there was a time when it was their first time, when they were just beginning. And during that time, they had fear. You know they had fear. I mean, you look at, it's like you said, you just jump right in, because I remember last week we was talking to some people, and you may have been on there also too, where someone was saying, well, we're just kind of feeling our way around, we're getting used to this, and we're learning the script, and we're just trying to gather all the information that we can, and before we get started, we want to know that we can do this, and that type of thing. And my advice was, stop procrastinating. Stop hiding behind your fear, because you just gotta jump in there and do it. Are you gonna screw up? Yes, you're gonna screw up. Everybody screws up. especially when they're your first couple of times. But you're gonna learn from those screw-ups, and also, guess what? You gotta mess around and stumble on to success. Believe it or not, a lot of people just stumble onto success. Why? Because they are just trying it, they're doing it, they're not thinking about it, they're not continually, trying to get themselves ready for it. They just say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and through my bumbling through it, guess what? You ran up on a carrier that has 29 trucks.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. But the girls, they've like texted me this morning. They're my daughters and my daughter-in-law, 2 daughter-in-laws and a daughter, and they're, Mom, what's going on? Mom, have you heard? Mom, have you? Mom, have you? So I mean, the electricity that it's created, it's exciting, but it's like, the fear is there too. Are we going to be able to do this? Are we going to be able to do that? And I talk them up like, we're going to do this. We're a team. We got to work together. Or, this is what we're going to do. All 4 of us got to work together. So we sit around this big, huge table I got in my dining room, and we're just, all 4 of us are clicking and, making noises, making notes, passing notes like we're in school again, But I said, we're going to make it happen,
That's what's up. And look, you're not in this by yourself, because you have an entire network of people on your chat groups you can go to. You all can discuss things with, you can present them with problems that you all are having. And look, I tell people all the time, our chat group is, I'm literally taken aback by the support that you all give each other on our chat groups. Let me show you all something here. Our chat groups is literally, when I say the most valuable part of what we offer is not the free videos that everyone talks about on YouTube. You give away more than 200 plus videos and the free training every Saturday and Monday night and Tuesday night and Wednesday. That's not the most valuable part of what we offer. It really isn't, okay? When you get right down to it, the most valuable thing that we offer is the ability that we gave you all to network with each other, okay? And you all are in these chat groups, and we have 2 just about full chat groups on Facebook. One is full, and the latest one is becoming, it's getting filled up pretty quickly. It's getting filled up really, really quick. And when you all see the level of support, and every now and then I will give the rest of the world a peek at what you all do on these chat groups. And you all are, has anyone, you're asking questions about carriers, you're asking questions about what percentages should you charge? What lease company should you go and lease from? How do I, book short haul freight, or how do I book my carriers out for the entire, week or what? And you all are there answering each other. You all sharing loads, you're sharing information about owner operators who are looking for dispatchers and things of that nature. You all are all doing this, and you're doing it, and you're doing a great job at it.
Can I ask you a question? My Facebook has a different email address than the one I used to sign up for the class. I can't make them mesh together.
No. You don't have to have the same email address on Facebook. Just that when you submit your request to join our chat group, just type in, just let us know what your enrollment email address is.
Okay.
That way,
it just says join group, so I just clicked it, and then can I do more?
Well, in order to join our private chat group, now we have a Facebook group, anybody can join that, okay? But our private chat group is only for subscription paying members. And
yes.
in order to join the private chat group, the instruction says go to my personal Facebook page, Calvin Butler /Dog Wireless, and you'll see it. And it's got Calvin Butler Logistics Trainer. Picture me and my wife there, okay? Go to that page and send me a personal inbox. Just inbox me.
Got it.
Please add me to the chat group. My enrollment email address is, okay, and then either myself or more likely one of our interns, so they have access to that Facebook page. One of the interns will go in and they will go ahead and they will check your enrollment to see if you are indeed enrolled. First of all, once they determine that, then they will come back and then they will add you in. I'm going to show y'all how that works. We got a young lady right here who is just trying to get added in. She may be on here today. She may be on the call already. But let me see if I can add her in. Now, how do we check the email? We go right here, we copy, and then we go to our Square account and we check the enrollment. Jump right over to Square, as you all can see here. And this is basically the stuff that the interns do all day long. You know, when the interns log on and they perform tasks for, they do stuff like this. This is the stuff that they do most of the time. They go in, they pull up our Square account, and then they come in and they go to where it says customers. By the way, when you all sign up for Square, you all will have all this same stuff. So take notes on this. As you go to visit customers, go to directory, pull up all the full directory. I can click where it says first visited, and there she is right there. Or if I put in her name up, put in the email address, it's gonna just pull her up. I paste the email address in there. Oh, see, and she, hold on, let me backspace a little bit. There she is, okay? So now we know that person is what? A verified member, okay? They are a verified member. So then they just go right back and then they go ahead and let her know that we're going to add her in. Now, before we do that, we have to send her what? The rules of the chat group, because the chat group has rules, okay? So we pull up so what the interns will normally do, they will pull up the chat group rules. She'll pop right up. There it is right there. They will pull up the chat group rules. They will find them, open them up. They will copy and paste. Well, first of all, they open it up completely. Open up the chat group rules. They will copy that. And they will scroll down, and then they will share the chat group rules with her. Send as a message. Right there, she should pop right up. There she is right there. Y'all see her? And you click send. When you do that, it's gonna appear in her messenger chat group rules. And then they simply just slide over to the chat group, the one that still has people available, has space available, and then we just they add her to the chat group. Where's the add people? There we go. And then they look for her name, which her name was what? Jaquez CQ. Right there. There she is. Add her to the chat group. Click done. And now she is now part of the chat group. All right. Everybody see how this is basically the peek behind the curtain, how we manage our network and how we manage a whole lot. We use Facebook, we use our platform on Square, and we kind of commingle them all. And this is how we manage such a huge network of people over several different platforms. But look, I want to thank you for sharing that. Look, fear is a good thing, especially in this case, okay? And what's the name of your company again?
A&D Dispatching Service of Florida, LLC.
A&D Dispatching. We'll make sure we keep an eye out for that.
Thank you.
Share your information on our Facebook page, and we'll be sure to share it out, give y'all a shout out, in a lot of our next postings and stuff, because we like to hear information about the people who have joined our platform and how they're progressing. As you all know, we have many members who join our platform who have huge organizations now. I'm talking about huge, and I got a good feeling that your organization is going to be one of those. I mean, 29 trucks, and you've been doing this how long now?
Just since probably December.
Okay, so look.
God is good. That's all I can say.
Look, and like you say, you make the phone calls, you hit them with the pitch, and if you present the pitch and you feel confident in it, you gotta close it. You gotta close it. I promise.
I've been in the driving industry for 19 years. My husband and I drove team together, and because of a surgery I had, I can't be out there doing that. So I thought, well, let me give this a try. And then my daughter says, Mom, I want to try it too, because they're trying to eliminate her job. My daughter-in-law said she wants to get out of her industry, and my other daughter-in-law says, I think I'll try it too. So, the four of us just got together, and a little bit of my knowledge that I have, in the trucking industry, and then watching your videos and, just watching your weekly stuff. And it's like, yep, I was going to put it off until after January. And my daughter says, let's do it. I said, okay, let's just do it. And we did it, so they're excited but they're like, okay, how do I do this? And what is this? And what is that? And what's a flatbed? And what's a dry van? And what is a reefer? So I have to explain all that to them. And it's funny on a daily basis, all the little questions they ask and that, but together we're going to make it work. We're all hard-headed, and we're just going forward. We're not going back.
Now, don't forget, you have a logistics library in your back office.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know that.
So you can go in there. So all those little things that they're asking about, you go in there and look them up and type them up, and it tells you what they are and all that type of stuff. And
I've gone in and printed them out, some little cheat sheets. I'll say, well, it's in your little folder right there. It's in your little cheat sheet like that. And they look at me, and we had a geography lesson yesterday because one of them said, where's Kentucky? Is it down by Florida? And I said, not since I know. I didn't know they moved. So, we've got to keep the humor in it, to keep the stress away, but and the fear away, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it right, or we're not going to do it at all. That's what I told them.
Yeah, look, and like I said, the great thing about it is you all are not in this by yourself.
No.
Okay? We have a huge network, and I've never seen so many people so eager to help each other. Okay?
Well, like the other day, I put something on the Facebook thing, and I spelt something wrong. Someone was there to help, and they were all giving me a thumbs up, thumbs up. Like 20 or 30 people just boom, boom, boom right away. Yeah. And I know if I would have asked a crazy question, because no question, I don't think any question is stupid. I call them crazy questions. If I would ask a crazy question, I know I would have got another 30 or 40 more people. They're very, very helpful, Yeah.
So,
yeah, one of the things that's a problem with the public Facebook groups that you join is the people are really nasty.
Oh, I know nasty.
You ask a question and they're rude.
Yes, yes, they are. Yes, they are. But I worked in a man's industry as a woman for 19 years. I used to not be able to say anything. I just clam up and not say anything, but I know how to say, you have a great day, and I hope you get over that little whatever, is going on, and just go on with it.
And you know what? I recognized when I was creating this platform, I recognized that Facebook had a lot of negativity on it, but then I realized something. Negativity comes from the people you surround yourself with. Mm-hmm. So what I set out to do with this platform is when I set up a Facebook group, yes, our public Facebook group has people that come into it, but I get to monitor the posts. So I don't let negative posts go into that public Facebook group. And in our private chat group, we set up rules and we have monitors. So we have people who actually monitor all of my Facebook activity. For one thing, it keeps me out of trouble legally. Okay? Because I have a tendency to fire back at people that are firing at me. So it keeps me out of trouble legally, because a lot of times I'll post something and I get something from the monitor says, Calvin, you gotta take that down, man. You can't leave that up there. I'm like, why? Can I just leave it up for a day? Something like that. They said, no, it's gotta come down. It's gotta come down. And they do the same thing with you all. If you all have been in the chat group long enough, you've seen some people post some stuff that's not supposed to be there. And then I think you'll see the monitors or someone from the legal department, they'll come on it and they'll let you know who they are. This is such and such from the legal department of, the justice law, just whatever law firm. And then they'll tell you, look, this goes against our, our stated rules. And so this goes against our policy, so please remove it immediately. And then they'll send you something privately, just to make sure you understand the rules of our private chat group, because we want to keep it positive. We want to keep it to where it's helpful. We don't want people to feel like when they come there, they're afraid to ask a question. Yeah. And that's the difference between what we have that's going on and a whole bunch of other stuff that's out there. Because you go to a lot of these other Facebook groups, because I post stuff on the other Facebook groups, freight brokers, trainers, and instructors, All Truckers United, and things like that. And they have hundreds of thousands, some of them have 60,000 members, but I see people on there and all they're doing is bashing each other.
Yeah, that's right. But you know what? When people are negative like that, it's because they see you as a threat.
True.
So that means you're doing good.
Yes, ma'am.
Which we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. But look, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing that with us. Now, I'm going to do something here. Now, don't get mad at me because I'm about to show people, I'm about to show everyone what path you're on. Okay? I mean, and this is literally the path you are on right now. You just acquired a carrier that has 29 trucks, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, on average, you all should be able to book 3 to 4 loads per week, right?
Correct.
But if you're following our advice, you're gonna try and get as many of those set up on what? The short run dedicators, right?
Yes, sir.
By booking them 2 to 3 loads per day, and booking them out for the entire week. So let's look at both of those scenarios. If you're just doing what all the other freight dispatchers are doing or whatever they're doing, and you're just booking them on, 3, 4 loads per week on long haul loads, and they're spending a lot of money on fuel or whatever it may be, yeah, they'll make money that way, but they're really doing themselves a real injustice, because they're not going to make nearly as much money as they could be making. Okay, but let's say you're doing it that way. Okay. And you got 29 carriers, you're hiring more people, you're getting them. So if you've got, how many are working with you right now? 4?
There's 4 of us, yes.
All right, so there's 4 of you all. So you can divide that by 4. Too many there.
Yeah, too many. My table's not that big.
So each one of you has roughly 7 carriers.
Okay.
You might want to hire one more.
Well, we have a fella. We weren't gonna let no fellas in this thing. This is gonna be a girl thing. He speaks Spanish. I know enough to get myself into trouble.
Okay.
But we're thinking we're gonna have him join us.
Okay.
Just for those people that speak Spanish and we don't.
Right. So when you add that 5th person, you all each one of y'all have about 5.
Okay.
Right, and that's about where you want to be at starting off in with 5 carriers per dispatcher agent. Now, these are what we call company carriers, because you're the company. You went out and you got them to sign up, right? The company did that. Now the company is going to give the dispatchers 5 each, okay? Now, the way we would suggest you all set up your pay, you can pay them however you want to, okay? But we suggest that if you give them the carriers, you're going to keep the larger percentage of the split.
Okay.
In other words, if you're normally paying 60-40, you would keep the 60, they get the 40.
Okay.
All right, because you gave them the carriers. Now, if they went out and got their own carriers and brought them into your company, right? If they called up, pitched the carrier, and then they brought the carrier into the company, then that is still their sub-carrier group, but it's your carrier. Now, they would get the larger part of the split, and you get the smaller part of the split. I even increased their part of the split by 1 more percentage point and take it, well, by 10% more and jump it from 60 to 70, and then we keep 30. You see what I'm saying? Because they brought that carrier in. But based on these numbers right here, okay, each person has 5 carriers, right? Let's look at what they will be earning. If they were to do it just, the way that normal dispatchers do, dispatch firms do, and they book them just 4 loads per week, average load fee $1,500. Some higher, some lower. Okay, if you're looking at the long haul runs like that, average load fee is going to be about $1,500 on those longer haul runs, right?
Right.
Okay, so you got 5 times 1,500. Well, let's take that back. Let's just go with this first one. Let's go with 1,500 is the average load fee, right? And your cut is 10%. Okay, so that minus the 10% gives you $150. So now you got $150 times 5. Because you're booking 5 loads per week, right?
Correct.
Booking them 5 loads per week. I'm sorry, that's like times 4. My bad, times 4. You're booking them 4 loads per week. You're booking each carrier, you're booking them 4 loads per week. So you got 1 carrier, you're booking 4 loads per week. Average load fee is $1,500. Your cut is a $150. So that will give you $600 for 1 carrier, right?
Yeah, and then times 5.
Times 5. Now, that's the total. Now, since you gave them that carrier, you are going to be taking what? The way we suggest you take 60%, but 60%. How are you doing your split? I mean, you can do it any kind of way you want to. If you want to be more generous, be more generous. If you want to be less generous, be less generous. How are you doing your split?
We're probably going to do a 60-40.
Okay, so they getting 60, you getting 40, they getting 40, you getting 60?
I don't know. They're my daughter-in-laws and daughter.
Okay, all right.
Mama's a little generous with the money, so.
Well, since it's family, you're probably going to give them 60%.
Probably, yeah. Just keep them hanging around.
So that minus 60%, right?
Right.
So that's $1,800, right? Going to them. Right, 1,800 going to them, and 1,200 going to you.
It's a nice day pay. Nice big pay.
Now, hold on. That's for what?
1.
That's for 5 what?
5 drivers.
For 5 drivers. Now, so now each one of your dispatchers on just 5 drivers each is making $1,800 a week. Now, I don't know about you all, but $1,800 a week does pretty good in today's economy.
It is pretty good.
All right, and you're doing $1,200, right? Off of that, just those 5. Now, remember, now you're doing that across the board. How many carriers do you have?
29.
29.
Plus 1 extra.
Plus 1 extra. So that means you got another what? That's just on 5, right? So you got another what? 24 carriers, right?
Correct.
You got another 24 carriers. You divide that by 5 plus 1 extra, you got 25 carriers, right?
Correct.
So there's 25 carriers that you still got left. Divided by 5 gives you what? 5, right?
Yes.
So that 1,200 is times 5 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's $6,000 a week. That's the path you're on right now. That is the road you are literally traveling right now as we speak.
That's a good week
Yeah,
to start.
Good week. Even better year.
It's a great year to start.
Now look, that is the trajectory. Your company, your financial trajectory. That's what it is currently is right now. That's not. Well, I think we can do that, or we might be able to do that, or this is no. You have a carrier that has 29 trucks under contract. You have 7 people, or 5 people, or who are going to be working, who are working for you right now, and you're adding 1 more. These are things that you have in place. These are solid, concrete things. These are not wishful thinking. These are not, well, I hope to have this. This is not what I'm planning on having this. This is what you have right now, and you've been in the business since December.
Yes, sir.
What do you think is going to happen if you keep this type of motivation, you keep this up? By this time next year, where could you be? Look, people, when I say that I have students who are knocking at the door of $1 million a year, and I know a lot of you all kind of just, he's just talking.
I think I'm going to buy some stock in the Lady Clairol while I'm doing this. But like I said, we'll get through it, and we're just, that fear that you were talking about in the beginning, it's there, but we need to just step over it and keep stepping.
Yeah. And look, you're going to get on social media. Don't get off social media, because social media is where, it's free advertising. It's free branding.
Yes. Yes,
okay?
Sir.
Just try to surround yourself with your people who you let within your circle, people who you befriend, and try to befriend a lot of people who are in the industry who can use your services.
Okay.
That way, everything you share has potential of hitting a client that needs your services.
Yes.
Okay, so don't let people run you off from social media. Yeah, you're gonna run into some people on there who are gonna hate you like they hate the devil.
We'll have to get them lined up and get them in line like they're in kindergarten. They'll stand over here in this line, all the haters.
Exactly. That's gonna happen, and a lot of it is because they haven't reached your level of success. When they see you and they see what you're doing, they see the potential in you.
Yeah.
Amen, Calvin. That's exactly what it is. They're throwing shade because they're scared.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's fear.
Exactly.
It's the fear. It's the fear, because they see the level of potential you have within you, and they see your enthusiasm, and they see your commitment, and there's something about them that is lacking on that level. So they're lashing out at you, but what they're really doing is they're afraid of what they don't have, or what they're lacking, or what they have come up short on.
Yes.
And that's all that is. That's all it is.
Now, one question on that. On that 312,000, what type of taxes are you going to be having to pay on that? I'm sure you got a whole video for that, though.
Yeah, here's what you do on taxes. Okay, if you're making more than 150, if you're doing more than $100,000, $150,000 a year, you're going to pay about between $100,000 and $500,000. You're going to pay about 15.3% of your income is going to go towards of your revenue is going to go towards taxes.
Okay.
Now here are two trains of thoughts. You can either deduct everything under the sun, right, which will lower your tax debt, but it will also lower your adjusted gross income. Or you can choose not to deduct a whole lot, which will increase your tax debt, but it will also increase your adjusted gross income.
So you can get credit, more credit.
Well, you get to show more income. Now, it depends on what you're trying to do that year. Like, if you're trying to buy a home, right, you want to have more income. If you're trying to buy property, trying to buy a home, let's say you figure out, okay, well, next year, I want to buy my dream home. I want to buy a $500,000 home. So in order to do that, my revenue and my income has got to be at a high level, right? Which means you don't throw in every single deduction you have that you can legally claim. Because if you claim every single deduction that you can legally claim, you're probably wouldn't pay any taxes. That's how a lot of these big corporations get away with making billions of dollars but have no taxes owed.
Yeah, but for me, like an independent dispatcher, what's that going to mean for my retirement, my Social Security later if I just deduct everything?
Well, it's not going to be very much. So you're not showing a whole lot, and that's the give and take. You have to look at each from year to year of what you're trying to accomplish from year to year, and then you can decide how you want to manage that. You understand what I'm saying?
Hello, can I add something about that?
Sure.
I don't know if anyone's ever heard of a solo 401k.
Yeah.
Where you can deduct up to, you can put into the solo 401k without taxing up to $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
For a solo 401k.
Oh, that's good.
And you can combine those with other investment products like annuities. Okay, you can buy them with those. Because remember, anything that's considered an investment is not taxable until you draw it out.
Yeah. Also, if I could add a self-directed IRA, which will allow you to put away income without being taxed.
Now, you all see the level of expertise that's within our platform, that's within you all's network. This is just a small sample of what you get when you go to the private chat groups. So you can ask questions like this, and this is why I tell you all, there are people within those chat groups and within our network who has as much knowledge in areas of business, in taxes, in trucking, in dispatching, in freight brokering, in shipping. Just about anything you have associated with your business, you can ask in that chat group, and chances are someone's going to be able to answer you intelligently and correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say this is the most valuable part of what we offer. And a lot of people don't understand why we give away so much free stuff, because that's not the real value of what this platform is. Now, those of you who are within the platform, you know this, because you experience it. All right? But congratulations to you. Your people are on their way to making great money. You are definitely on your way as a company to having a huge first year. I mean, you are on your way to having a huge first year. And, there's no better way to start 2020. Look forward to seeing big things from you. Look forward to, just seeing you grow and expand.
Thank you. Thank you. We're excited. We're very excited. And I'm sure we're going to be on the phone to you, Mr. Butler. Say, can we come to Tallahassee? Can we sit down and can we talk about this, and this?
We'll go have lunch or something, or, we'll make sure we do everything that we can to make sure that you are going to achieve the level of success that you are seeking. All right.
Again, I thank you very much, and I'll give somebody else the platform and you back
All right.
and not take up all your time.
All right. Look, everybody. Let's keep this going. Let's hear from some people. Who's up next? And tell us about what who you are, why you joined the platform, what your goals are, and what drives you, and what frightens you. So who's next?
Well, I'll go next.
Okay.
So I am brand new. I've not worked in the trucking industry ever. My husband's a truck driver though, but he works for a company. So when I started listening to some of the stuff that he was talking about wanting to buy his own truck and researching, I started saying, I want to do this dispatching. And I love it. I'm learning so much. I think it's great. Yesterday was my first day trying, the pitch. And I got a lot of really positive feedback from people. No one signed it and sent it back, but they were nice about it.
Okay. So that means that today you're going to be doing your follow-up pitch, right?
That's right.
Okay. Now, don't forget that follow-up pitch is all about the attitude. There's no real scripted out follow-up pitch. It's basically your attitude, going to the load boards, loading up that straight dispatch, finding loads that are paying great money. Don't give them the specifics, of the load, but when you call them back, it's like, John, I thought I was supposed to get that dispatch agreement out back for you today. Well, yeah, I got busy doing this. John, man, do you understand how much money you listen about? As a matter of fact, where you at right now?
I saw loads yesterday going 485, 515 a mile.
Yeah, and you just say, look, John, right now, I'm looking at loads right now that are leaving out of the area where you're at that's paying $5.16 per mile. I'm looking at another load that's paying $4.27 per mile. I'm looking at another load and you can do that quickly. Why? Because you have a straight dispatch.
Right.
You can just highlight it. You can just start topping them off to them. Now, if that does not get a driver excited, if that doesn't motivate them to, man, let me get this stage back to you so we can get on some of this money. Because they're going to ask you, well, where's that load? John, I can't tell you that right now. I don't have a dispatch agreement. I'll be breaking the law. Let's make this legal. Sign my dispatch agreement. Shoot me back the profile sheet. And let's put you on some of this money. Now, you say you're brand new in the industry. I can already tell just by the enthusiasm that's in your voice now when you deliver a pitch. It's
yeah.
You got something behind it. And that's what it takes. Literally, that's what it takes. You have to let them feel your enthusiasm. They have to feel that you are excited about what you're doing, because if you're excited, they get excited. If you enthuse, they're enthused. If you believe it, they believe it.
Right. And how many calls do you think I should be doing a day, roughly?
Honestly, I tell you all I tell all my students, try to make at least 50 or 60 calls a day.
How many?
50 or 60.
50 or 60.
Because when I first started out, when I started doing the dispatching, and even when I was doing broker, when I first started out, I was calling about 100 shippers per day. I would get up, because when you're in either way, if you're starting out as a broker or starting out as a dispatcher, right? As a dispatch firm, before you can actually have it in work, you got to have what? Carriers on the contract, right?
Yeah.
As a brokerage firm, before you can start making any money, you got to have what? Shippers on the contract for them to see you loads, right?
Yes.
So either way, you got to reach out and touch someone. All right? Yeah. And what I was doing, I was trying to reach out to about 100 to 150 people per day. I treated it just like a job. Why? Because I had moved into a storage unit. It was a small, office space / storage unit. It was a U-Haul. It was called U-Haul office space storage. It was a heated and cooled office space area, which had the storage unit that was connected to it. I backed my Range Rover up in the storage unit. I set up my office space with a little air sleeper sofa. I put my microwave, my little refrigerator in there, put all my office equipment in there, and I ran my 24-hour, 7-day-a-week dispatch firm. Okay? I call it 24-hour, 7-day-a-week dispatch. Right? Now, at the time, I was a broker. And I would get on the phone at 7 a.m. every morning. 7 a.m. I set my alarm clock. I get up about 6:30. 7 a.m. I started calling. Because in different time zones, the shippers are an hour behind me, or they're an hour ahead of me, or whatever the case it was, right? I started calling at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I tried to make a phone call at 6 a.m. and it was 4 in the morning for the person, and he was not happy.
Exactly. I would take a break. At about 11, run across the street to the Summit or the Golden Corral on the other side. That's how I got so big, y'all. That's all I was eating, Golden Corral or the Summit. Okay, for about 9 months. That's how I got so big. So I went over there, grab something to eat, come back, get back on the phone. And I would call until about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I would shut down on my calls. Then I would work on my platform. After that, my branding videos and things like that. So that's what I did. Now, I did that, and within 3 to 4 months, I had a whole bunch of shippers, had about 70 freight broker agents scattered around the United States who were working under the authority of RBBS Transport LLC. Okay, but that's what I did. Now I didn't have the luxury of having this type of platform. Okay, but from that, when people started asking me to train their people, I get calls from a lot of other freight brokerage firms and just, can you train my people? Can you help them train my people? Can you do this? Can you do that? I'll pay you to train my people. I said, well, let me look into this training thing. And I went and looked at 7 of the top, freight broker training boot camps and training academies and all the stuff they had online. And I actually purchased I purchased 3 of them. I'm not going to tell you which ones I purchased. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Right. But I purchased 3 of them, took the courses, and I quickly realized something's missing. I got all this knowledge about rules, regulations, terms, terminology, how to quote lane rates, how to calculate my fuel, all this stuff. But no one's telling me how to be a salesperson, how to convince the shipper to sign you on, how to convince a shipper to trust a first-year broker with $2 billion worth of freight.
Right.
No one was giving me that type of advice. No one was telling me, and there was nobody I could go to after the fact, after I had spent my, $1,700, $2,600, and $3,100.
Right. And that's always the first question. How long have you been doing this?
Yeah. So, and there was no one there to help coach me through any of that. There was no network I could go to ask questions. There were no tools and resources. I had to get my own load boards. I had to get my own TMS system. I had to get my own this and own that. I had to pay all this other stuff. I said, man, this is crazy. But then I got smart. I went out and got myself some investors, which means I had to give up what? Part of the control of my company. So it was giving. But I realized that I needed that the financial backing, and I needed the strength of Dun & Bradstreet's strength of other people who are already established to go behind our name. So we went to shippers. Shippers didn't just see RBBS Transport. When they looked at it, they're partners with this sports management firm. They're partners with this law firm. Okay, let's work with them. They got $266,000 in liquid assets in the bank, so they can prepay for freight if they need to. Yeah, the people who they're working with have a pay index of 98, and when the best you can get is 100 on Dun and Bradstreet. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because it takes all of that to make it as a first-year freight broker, to make it as a freight broker, period. And that's the stuff they don't teach you in the courses. They don't go into that. They make it seem like you can take these courses and get the certificate, and you can go out there and make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year.
Oh yeah, I took another course. I'm not doing brokering. I'm just doing the dispatching. But I took another course, and when I finished it, I was like, what? I didn't know what else. I didn't know what to do.
Exactly. You're like, what was that?
Yeah. I was like, I learned a lot about what trucks look like, but that's it.
Yeah, like, what was that? Did I really just spend that much money for that? And then you feel bad for letting yourself get suckered.
Yes. But that's why the script that I printed out the script and I had it next to my computer. So when a question came at me that I didn't have a quick answer for, I just jumped to the script.
Exactly.
And I had that.
Look, you executed that exactly the way that we advise. I mean, you, perfect example. And you got positive feedback. This is your first time calling. So all that means is you're going to get better and better at it, which means right now, what would you think your closing ratio is? I would rate your closing ratio right now at about 40%.
Okay.
Right? But from listening to you and how you're able to converse, you have the potential to have a closing ratio of easily 70%. So you should, so at some point in time, you should be making 10 phone calls a day and closing 7 and getting 7 signed up carriers every single day.
Okay.
And that is going to create a huge, huge revenue potential and potential for growth within your company. Because that's where it all starts. It all starts with the pitch. It all starts with getting those owner-operators to sign your dispatch agreement. And once you hit 5 and you hit number 6, you need to start looking for someone to help you out.
Right.
You need to give them those 5. You keep that 1, and then you go back to doing what? What you do best. Acquisitions. Bring in more owner-operators. And then when you get 5,
I have somebody that has another company that's willing to help me out because I still work. So for the hours that I'm at work, this other person is willing to jump in and take.
Exactly. You network within the platform. So look, I can't say this enough. This networking thing is the greatest. When it's done correctly, okay, when it's done correctly with rules and checks and balances, when it's done correctly, this networking thing, there's nothing better than networking. And I say it again and again and again, that is the element that we have within our network, have within our platform that the other platforms are missing the boat on. They're not allowing their people to talk to each other. They're not allowing them to help each other out. They're not allowing them to network. Now, you can come up with your own reason why you would think they wouldn't want them to talk to each other, whatever it may be. That's for you. I have my theory, but all I know is I want everyone who is paying a subscription to be in contact with everyone else who is paying a subscription. I want you all to come together and help each other to be successful, help each other to understand the industry, help each other to understand our system. You help me to manage the network, which makes my job a lot easier and allows me to go and do what? The things I like to do is just find more and more tools and resources and come up with new ways to improve this industry and help the people within our platform. Because that's what it's really all about. But you are on a great start. Now, here's the question. Why did you join this platform? What's your motivation? I mean, what drives you?
Well, I want to work from home. I work in an office in a cubicle, and it's soul sucking. You know, you're in the cubicle all day, tethered to the desk. I mean, I know there's a lot. Obviously, I'm going to be at the desk and on the phone a lot too doing this. but that freedom of, if I have to step up and walk away, there's nobody behind my back saying, why are you getting off your desk? Why are you standing up? You know, that micromanagement, I need to shake that. Also, I want to be able to bring my kids to school and pick them up. I got a lot of help from family now, you know, so.
You want to have a life.
I'm sorry?
You want to have a life.
Yeah, I want to have that. I want to be able to take my laptop and go, hey, we're going away on vacation. I can work on my laptop. You could, you know.
Exactly. You want a life, but you also want a life that's worthwhile.
Right.
And I look, a lot of y'all know my story, which I'm going to get into that a little later on. But there is no better feeling than waking up every morning and not having to worry about stuff that I used to worry about yesterday. I haven't seen, and I think I'm the one that originated this. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I thank God for the problems I have today, because there are people who are well, I thank God for the problems I have today, because there are people who are dealing with the real problems I had yesterday.
Right.
You know, because my wife and I, and God bless her soul, she watched me for 17 years. I chased that woman for about 12 years, y'all. No, about 13 years, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I chased that woman for about 13 years. I knew the first time I met her and spent time within her circle that this girl's got something special, you know, and I knew that. And we became friends. Then we became best friends. You know, and then after a kind of a break from each other, her living in one state and I'm living in another state, and you know, then we reconnected, and then we realized that through the years that we had something going on, and so then we tried it as a couple. Broke up, came back, tried it again as a couple. Broke up, came back, tried it again as a couple, and then realized, hey, you know, this is where we belong. Okay, so, and during all that time, she has watched me go from homeless to, you know, trying to start my own businesses from a homeless shelter. She's watched me, you know, walk, you know, to work every morning. I took a, you know, job at the city of Tallahassee, Parks and Recreation. Not even the city of Tallahassee, it was day labor. Like the day labor where people go to sign up to get outside to work each day. I went to the day labor and they put me on with the city of Tallahassee Parks and Recreation. They liked the way I worked, so it became like a permanent temporary job. You know, that permanent temporary job lasted for 4 years. And all during that time, I started my tax firm. I started my parts for less, pick and pull price without the pick and pull, you know, my parts business. But all at the same time, I still needed to maintain that regular, you know, weekly income. And I couldn't afford a car, so I got up every morning at 4:30 in the morning and walked about a little 3 miles to work. And then when I got to work, I walked behind a weed eater and you know, the things you do to, you know, weed eater, the edger, and you know, and the tree trimmers. I walked behind that all day long, and then I walked back home and worked on my business plans and business models and things of that nature. So she watched that. So she, you know, and she's always held as just a regular job. So from that, she got the bug of starting her own business. And I used to always talk to her about starting her own business because I knew she was smart enough to do it. I knew she had the work ethic to do it. And then shortly after we got married, she decided that's what she wanted to do. She started her own business. She has her own business Ladies Touch LLC. It's a cleaning service. She landed a couple of big contracts in her first year, and then and that's where we are now. We each have our own businesses. They're both fairly successful, and the things that we worry about now. We was talking about this another morning. We were just lying in bed talking, and we was like, I asked her, what you got to do today? She said, well, I don't got to do nothing. I know what you mean. She said, I don't got to do anything. And she was like, that's the great thing about being your own, being your own boss. We can just lie here in bed all day if we want to, but we don't have to do anything. And we had a discussion about that, about how it's so grateful, how we're so grateful and so blessed to not have to worry about the things we used to have to worry about, or what other people worry about now. So the things that we worry about now is trivial to what we used to worry about. We used to worry about how it's going to pay the rent next month. How it's going to keep the lights on. We used to worry about that. We used to worry about how am I going to pay, my daughter needs this, my daughter needs that. And how am I going to make that happen for her? We used to worry about that type of stuff. It's supposed to put out rain tomorrow. I gotta get to work. I'm walking. We don't worry about any of that anymore. Why? Because we control our own path. We're doing our own thing, and we're doing it on our time, and we're doing it at our leisure, and it is highly beneficial. And look, you all can do the same thing. A lot of you all are doing the same thing. You're accomplishing that. You're on the path to that right now. You're doing some great things. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna do just fine.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Who's next? Does anybody else want to talk about what they got going on, why they joined the platform? All right. I'm not going to force anybody to talk. So what I'm going to do, I am going to tell you, a lot of you all don't know my story. Okay. If you don't know my story, and I tell this because I want everybody to understand that no matter where you are in life or where you were in life has no bearing on where you are right now. Well, where you were in life has determined where you are right now. But where you are right now, but where you were in life has no bearing on what you can become. Okay? I want you all to understand that. Back in, and give y'all some visual here. Give y'all some visual references here. Back in, go to YouTube here and give y'all some visual references. Can everyone still see my screen? All right. All right. This was me right here, in case y'all know. You all can go to youtube.com and you can pull up Diary of a Homeless Entrepreneur. And you're going to see something that's going to pull up and it's going to say Financial Freedom by Design, Diary of a Homeless Entrepreneur. And that's me right there. Now, it's about 144 videos of me when I was homeless, and I was, literally, I shot this right here on May 1st, 2008. That's the day I got out of prison. Now, a lot of y'all probably think, what you go to prison for? Well, I hacked the federal government's mainframe, the credit bureau's mainframe, and changed my credit profile so I can get a better, job as a mortgage broker with the national mortgage lender, and they have a training program where you go to New York, you train for for about 6 weeks and all that type of stuff. Didn't steal anything, didn't take any money, just went in and hacked the Federal Credit Bureau's mainframe. Wrote an algorithm, a degenerative algorithm that swapped my credit profile with a relative of mine who had died, who had great credit. And the degenerative algorithm, what it did was it replaced my tags with their tags. We put in my social security number, my name, and all that type of stuff. It pulled up their credit report, and then when they pull it up, they look at, oh, you got great credit. Put the hard copy in the file, and 72 hours later, it reverted back to its original state. No harm, no foul. So that's what I went to prison for. I actually did it. I'm not proud of it, but I don't run from it. I don't hide from it. Okay. When I got that position, I went on to become the #1 producing mortgage broker in the country with that company, closing more than $2 million in loans every month for 4 years in a row. Okay? And then in 2007, 2007, the FBI, the Secret Service, the U.S. Marshals showed up at my office with a warrant for my arrest. National security breach, unauthorized use of a government mainframe using an electronic instrument. Those types of things. White collar stuff, right? Wound up getting, 9 months in prison and, pay a big fine, forfeit all my assets, everything. So when I got out, I was homeless. But while I was in prison, I made a vow to myself and to my daughter that I was going to create a business and never have to depend on having a job ever again. Okay? So the day I jumped out of prison, the very day I jumped out of prison, the very day I took the $100 that they gave me on my release, and I bought a $60 used laptop and a $40 Boost mobile phone, and I started recording this video right here. This is the video I started recording. It basically lets people know who I am. I just got released from prison. I'm gonna attempt to start some businesses using AdSense and Twitter and whatnot and whatnot. I'm gonna see where I can take myself within 1 year. And every day I record it. And from there is where I started my first business, Parts for Less, Pick and Pull, Price Without Pick and Pull, started at a homeless shelter. Okay, and I worked and I kept developing my business platforms and just stayed with it. And then after I became after I owned my own tax firm, North Florida Tax Pros, an American tax office franchise. After owning that, a young man that I was doing taxes for was in the trucking industry. And I noticed that he was making great money. Every year his money was going up and up and up and up. And so I started thinking to myself, there's gotta be something to the trucking industry. So I went into the trucking industry with the intentions of not driving a truck, but getting behind the scenes and learning about freight distribution, logistics, and those type of things. And that's what led me to where I am now. So when I tell you all, it doesn't matter where you start from. If I can accomplish what I have accomplished so far, starting from there with nothing, with zero, living at a homeless shelter, think about where you are right now. Think about what you have as your resources right now. Think about where you are starting from, and if you can tell me that you don't think you can make it, then I tell you something is wrong with you. Because I don't think any of you right now are homeless, just out of prison. No job, no car, no money, no nothing. I don't think any of you are starting out with everything stacked against you. Okay? This is what this industry can produce for you. I am sitting right now today in a home that my wife and I just purchased. We closed on it today. Beautiful home, 2,300 square feet, sits right off a lake, which is right out there. And it's a home with a lake view, and it's almost an acre lot. Okay, and it's in a pretty nice neighborhood. So, and I owe all of this to the freight industry.
Video library, it never pulls anything up.
Someone has their mic open and something's going on in the background.
I just go in the background, the background going, but
I don't know who that is, but please take care of that. But what drives me, what motivates me, and my biggest fear is being homeless. That's my fear. And I've asked you all to share your fears. My biggest fear is being homeless. Okay, there was never a worse time in my life, literally. So that's my biggest fear of being homeless and being in that situation. I don't ever want to be in that situation again. Okay, so that's what drives me. That's what motivates me. Okay, the other thing that drives and motivates me is I genuinely wanted to create something that is useful, that people can look upon and they can use this. You know what? I love this. I like this. I get a lot out of this. This is helping me. And that's the reason why we have converted what we are doing. So when we started out, we were a freight brokerage firm. We were splitting the brokerage fee with you all and all this other type of stuff. So that's why we have evolved to this level of where you all get to keep 100% of every dime you earn. We don't take any of your money that you earn. You all keep 100% of that. If you're charging 10%, that whole 10% is yours. Whatever you're charging, that's yours. We also have wanted to make it possible where this type of platform will save you money. You all don't have to pay for load boards. You literally don't. Now, if you want to choose to get something other than what we provide, that is at your leisure. You can do that if you want to, but you have access to more than 100 plus load boards. And they're all adequate load boards. Great loads are being posted there. On top of that, Mr. Khalil Hodge and I, we are developing our own load board. To give y'all an even better load board experience. You all don't have to pay for a shippers list. You all have access to more than 19 million plus shippers via our unrestricted government SIC code site. You all don't have to pay for a list of owner-operators. We give you all access to a site where you can go and locate every owner-operator register in every state. We even show you all how to locate them on various load boards. So just the mere fact of the stuff that you're getting right now that you don't have to pay for on your own, that literally is, I can show you all with this, with just that alone, literally saves you more than $1,000 per month. Because if you were to get 4 load boards, the average load board runs 4 or 5 load boards, the average load board runs about what? It's $49.95 a month. Be it 4 of those, you're looking at about $200 and almost $300 a month. But then you're paying for shippers lists. You all know what those things cost, and anywhere from $500 to $2,500 for a shippers list. And half the shippers on there, they're not in business anymore. So just those things alone, not only does it save you money, but it's a useful platform. Will allow you all to.
I purchased 2 lists that cost me $100 each, and not a single person on that list was still in business. Two of them.
Exactly. Exactly. I it's crazy some of the stuff that's out there within the industry outside of this platform. It is literally like a minefield. I mean, you literally take your chances at every step you make in it. And I didn't want that for this platform. I didn't want that. Now, invariably, what happens when you develop something like this, you run into people that are gonna hate you. You run into people that are gonna not like you. They're gonna say all types of things about you. They're gonna try to use your past against you. They're gonna try to use everything that they can. God knows they will. But and look, I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm a strong believer in the good book. That Bible, I live by it. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I love. Y'all ever watch Coming to America? Y'all ever watch Coming to America?
No, I didn't.
You ever watch Coming to America? There's a part on
Coming to America.
Yeah, there's a part on Coming to America where Arsenio Hall, he played the part of this preacher. He says, "I love the Lord." I love the Lord, because and the Lord loves me. The Lord was with Daniel in the lion's den. The Lord was with Job in the well, in the belly of the whale. The Lord was with on the island. So that's how I feel about the Lord. Okay, look, and there's a passage in the scripture that says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." They don't even know what that passage really means. Does anybody have an idea what that passage really means? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Okay. There's been a couple of gentlemen on Facebook that have gone out of their way to post a lot of bad things about myself and our platform. And I know you all have seen it, you all have read it, you all have, some of y'all have actually probably even talked to each other. I'm not gonna call them names. I'm not gonna tell you who they are, because they know who they are. And a lot of you all know who they are. But they'll post stuff about, they'll go and make negative reviews when all we got is great glowing reviews, and their reviews are the only one on there that's negative. One of these gentlemen actually attempted to use some of our trademark material. Okay, they called their platform the exact same thing that we called ours. And we politely, I politely, contact them via Facebook, and so I congratulated him on his platform and coming into the industry. Offered to help him any kind of way that I could, but I informed him that the name that you were using, Earn While You Learn Freight Broker Training, is a trademark name for the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. So we did trademark that name. Now, the Earn While You Learn is not trademark, but in conjunction with Earn While You Learn Freight Broker Training is trademark. And he was using that exact phrase. I said, you can change the phrase, Earn While You Learn, logistics training, earn and learn freight broker training. I even gave him options of what he could use without infringing upon the trademark. Apparently he took offense to it and called me a few explicit words, which I can't repeat on here because YouTube will not let me air it. So, but and from then on out, it was an all-out attack. Now, I've never ever posted anything negative about this gentleman or his platform. I've never posted any comments that cast him or his platform in a negative light. Anytime I'm address anything that he's posted, I try to address it in a professional and courteous manner, and I've actually reached out and asked him if there's anything that I can help him with. I would love to, and I told him then, and I tell any other freight broker trainer that's in this industry, if you want to work with me, if you want to work together, if you want to be a guest host or I can be a guest host, I'm all for it. Because this business is large enough for all of us. It really is. And I have no animosity towards anybody. But just to show you about that phrase, when it says no weapon formed against me shall prosper, God is real. Now, I don't want to turn this into a religious, show, but I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to leave that alone. And to show you what I mean by that, when you set out to try and hurt someone or be malicious towards someone unjustly, God has a way of turning that around into your favor. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? A lot of y'all, you've experienced this before. If you've been in business any time whatsoever, you've had people who are going to, you got to have people who are going to come out, especially when you're doing something right and positive. Okay. This is a post that I posted in response to actually being successful because of someone else's negative post or someone else's negativity. This past week, we have had the biggest week that we've ever had in this industry. And I was literally at the beginning of last week, I was wondering, I was saying to my wife, I was like, what's driving all this traffic to our platform? Because I remember about a week and a half ago, we had 27 people sign up in one day. And I was like, that's never happened. At the most we've had maybe 9 or 10, but we had 27 in one day to sign up for the platform. And about 6 of those were corporate enrollments. And then all during that week, we was averaging about 9 to 12 enrollments every single day for the last 2 weeks. And I'm thinking to myself, what is driving all this traffic? I haven't been doing any new, branding stuff that I'm putting out, nothing like that. And I'm wondering what's driving this traffic. So I asked the person, I said, well, what caused you to come to our, something with our video? And by the way, our YouTube channel has experienced a 31.72% increase in our ad revenue because of our viewership jump is spiked. Now, give y'all an understanding of what that equals to in real money. That increase adds another $2,600 and some odd dollars to our monthly revenue from YouTube ads. So I'm trying to figure out where all this new interest in our platform is coming from. And so when I asked one of the new people who had called me up and wanted to know about the platform, I asked her, I said, how did you hear about us? What made you? Well, there's this guy on Facebook. He's been bad mouthing y'all like crazy. I said, okay. Yeah, he says that you all are a scam. You don't know what you're talking about. You never booked in a freight. You don't do this. You don't do that. And so I just wanted to see what the hate was about. Okay. So apparently, this person is out there he's on an all-out campaign to just badmouth us on all the social media groups and whatever this is and that. I can't see him because I eventually just blocked the guy. I said, I'm done with it. I can't help it. He doesn't want to. He just wants to. So I just blocked him. So I don't see his stuff. Okay, but apparently he's out there just going ham. He's literally going ham on just posting everywhere he can, any type of negativity he can, about myself and our platform. But it's had a strange effect because he's going so all out people are curious about, okay, what exactly is this platform? They want to come and see for themselves what the hate is about, what we're doing that's so wrong. But when they go and they actually visit our platform and they get here and they go to our YouTube channels and all this other stuff, they go to it and they realize that we have more than 200 free videos on YouTube. Each of them more than 2 to 3 hours long. And then when they watch some of those videos, they realize that there's something to it. This crazy guy saying that he says it's crazy and don't know what he's talking about. Well, I'm in the trucking industry and a lot of stuff he's talking about, yeah, I see that. I can see, I can see the logic in his methods. And so then they invariably do their research, and then through doing their research, they call me up. And here's the great thing about it. When I started this platform, I said that because a lot of my investors, they wanted us to have a call center to answer all the calls. I said, no. I do not want professional salespeople or telemarketers answering calls that come in from people wanting to know about the platform. When people call up, I want them to hear the voice that they hear on the YouTube channel. I want them to speak to the person who started this. I want them to hear it from me. Now, I'm not going to always present everything in the most professional manner, but I guarantee you this, everyone that calls up and asks about this platform, when I pick up the phone, they're going to get what? Something that's real. It may not come off all the time polished and sounding like a sales pitch, but they know that it's real. They know that when I talk about the network, they feel that network is something that they want to plug into. When we talk about the tools and resources, they know that they need those tools and resources. When we talk about them scheduling private consultations and being able to talk to me and ask questions during the weekly training and say that, we make a commitment to sit down with you all every Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and every Saturday for 2 and 3 hours. They realize that they're not getting that anyplace else. And they realize that from all of that negative postings and the hatred and everything that these people are putting out there, when they come and they check us out, they realize this is something they've been looking for a very long time. A lot of you all know that feeling because you all signed up the same way. So I say to the young man, thank you. Literally, thank you. You all can go and read this. It's on our Facebook page. It basically says, cheers to all my haters. Thank you for the support. And I'll read it to you. The following is a typical contact from just one of the many referrals, posting negative comments, reviews, and remarks about the RBBS Logistics International Dispatchers Network. Okay, and it goes on to say, this is this is the conversation that I had with a young lady. It says, Mr. Calvin, is your truck dispatcher training for real? I saw bad reviews, but also saw some great reviews. Please let me know. This is what I want to do, and your YouTube videos make it seem like this is the way I want to go. Thanks for any info you can provide. And then I responded back with, telling them about, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Basically just telling them, we are the preferred logistics training platform in the industry. Live training and curriculum. I list our schedule, live how-to dispatch training every Monday night, 8 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Live how-to broker training Tuesday night, 8 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Live Q&A Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. You can join the training there. 6 Figures Booking Faith from Home show, every Saturday, 10:15 to 12:15, sometimes 1:15 p.m. Then we go on to tell them more about the platform, exactly who we are, what we offer, what's included, all the tools and resources, everything that you get, you know, how we train, whole 9 yards. And then at the very end, it says, as you can see, you have been done, and I'm responding this, you know, but at the very end of it, then she says, I definitely understand. It sure seems now like those reviews were crap. I will be joining today. And she joined. Okay. So then I go on to say, as you can see, you, the person who was putting all this bad stuff out there about us, have been directly responsible for 12 new enrollments in the last 48 hours. Because I started questioning people on how they came to us. And 12 of the, what it was, in 48 hours, I think we had about 17 signups. And 12 of them, when I quizzed them on on how they came to us, they said they saw some negative reviews posted by this gentleman. So, so that person has been directly responsible for 12 new enrollments in the last 48 hours at the time that I posted this, 4 of which were corporate enrollments. Our YouTube ad revenue has jumped 31.37% in the last 28 days. That's an additional $2,643.89 in monthly revenue. Please keep up the great work in driving traffic to our inbox, website, YouTube channel, and Facebook pages. Because the more negative things you say and share about us, it is apparently encouraging them to come see what all the hate is about. And when they review us and reach out to us, they discover something surprising. The RBBS Logistics Learning Center is exactly what they have been seeking for so long. So thank you so very much. Now, I'm gonna add something to that. We normally pay $50 per referral. You refer someone and they come over and they sign up for our platform, we send you a $50 check. I go into the Cash App, ask you to send me the Cash App tag, and I will cash out that money right to you. Some of you have been recipients of that. Okay? I'm willing to, right now, because we do have that policy, if the person would call me up, if the person would get in touch with me and confirm himself that yes, I'm responsible, I'm the one that's been posting the bad stuff, this, and that, whatever, I'll tally up what we owe you and send you your Cash App money. By my calculations, I think right now I owe you about 650, almost 650 bucks. So if you want to collect that, let me know. I'll be more than happy to pay you for your great work, because you have done us a real service. And that's what's meant by that term, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Because look, whether you believe in a higher power or not, I believe in it. And my belief can take things that were meant for my downfall and turn them into things that will benefit me and help propel me into even greater success. Now, with that being said, we're going to go into our Q&A. I just wanted to bring that to you all's attention. We're going to go into the Q&A section of what we have going on. We got about an hour, and I promise you all an hour of Q&A. Any comments, any concerns? If you had questions for the week, any questions, now's the time, and let's see if we can help you all to overcome and find the answers to a lot of those questions. Who's up first? Q&A.
Okay, I have a question now.
Hold on. Hold on. All y'all trying to go at the same time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ladies first. Let's go ladies first. Ma'am?
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I've been talking the whole time. I'm sure you go through it, and I remember I haven't booked any loads. I haven't done anything yet. But what do you think is the best way, the best setup for me to get paid by? Like PayPal, or what's the best way for that?
Square, without a doubt.
For the carriers to pay me.
Square, without a doubt.
Square?
Yeah, but look, here's log into my Square account. You all can see Square, right?
Yes.
All right. Also, go to your video library and go to the video that says Square invoicing. Okay? Go to that video and make sure you watch that video. But I'm gonna show you why Square, in my opinion, is the best way to go. Okay? I'm logging into my Square account here. All right. First of all, when you get to Square, you got your home page, it kind of lays everything out for you. Okay, it kind of lays everything out for you. It tells you about, you know, revenue and things like that, and all types of stuff you got going on. All right. Then you got your reports and your items and all this other stuff. Now, as a dispatch firm, first of all, you're gonna want to know how to invoice your clientele, right? Because you want to get paid, right? Of
course.
When you go set up Square, you're gonna set up your business name. You're gonna put in you can put in your EIN number. You can put in all the things you got to put in. You can put in you're the owner of the company and all this type of stuff. All right, and you're gonna put in your logos and all that. So when you set up your logos and everything in your Square back office area, you're gonna set up your logos and all that type of stuff. When you set that up, then you're gonna be ready to create what's called your invoices. Okay. Now we're gonna look at some invoices. I gotta look all the time. Let's look at some old ones. Let's look at some from last year. I'm gonna try to go. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm gonna try to go all the way down. And it tells you the ones that are paid, ones that are overdue, ones that, you know, all types of stuff. Ones that are undeliverable. I'm trying to find a lot of the ones from way back when here. I'm still in 2019. Let me go back to 2017. Let's go back to 2017 when we were doing a lot of broker, doing a lot of dispatching for you all, because we have some stuff in here that's set up to where we were doing some dispatching for you all. First button. Down here. All right. I'm gonna pull up some old invoices back when we used to do you all's invoices. If I can find it here. Gotta go back. Got a lot of people paying stuff, as y'all can see here. Got to go through all this. But Square keeps up with everything. As y'all can see, they keep up with every payment that comes in. You can set reoccurring payments. You can set up, you know, you can do set your invoicing up to where it's, all you got to do is go in. You can just change the name on it. All right, let's see what we got here. It's still 2019. Now, hold on. I'm gonna be here all day doing this. Hold on, let me go back up to the top and just see if I can find a way to. All right, see if I can find a way to.
Do last year and then do last year again.
All right, let's go there. All right, here we go. Let's go to October 2017. Let's go back, way, way back. All right. Here we go. Let's do this one right here. Here's one that was paid. All right. Invoicing for Sammy Wall DBA SB Trucking. Okay. This was Miss Tiffany Jordan was the person who was in charge of that company. Okay. All right. Here is an invoice that we sent to them. As y'all can see here. Can y'all see this over here on the side? Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Can y'all see this? This invoice?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, great. All right. When you sign up with Square, you got to be able to go in, you got to be able to create your invoicing platform, you know, your template. Okay. Certain things that are going to automatically pull up. The only thing is, once you get it set up, all you have to change is the name of the person you're invoicing, right? And the amount of money you're charging them. Okay? On your loads and stuff, this and that. So when you go in and you make up these invoices, and when you go watch the invoicing video, we show you exactly how to, go through and do them all, because that's a whole show by itself. Okay, but once you go in and you get that set up, and you set up your template, you'll be able to go in and just type in, it's gonna say invoice for, and then you put in the name, DBA, whatever, this and that, and then you're gonna send, and when you put out, and when you have all that in, this is what it's going to look like. Let me see if I can share this. Let me see if I can pull it up and share it. Open link in new tab. That way y'all can actually see the actual invoice. All right. It's not outdated. It should pull up and show you what the invoice looked like on their end. And it's a professional looking invoice. Okay. This is the invoice that got sent. Okay. RBBS Logistics Learning Center, the invoice number, the computer would generate, Square would generate the invoice number. Okay, when you put in the amounts and all that stuff, it's going to have it right there. Now this is showing one that was paid. Okay, this is one that was paid. So it's showing you, how it was paid out. But when they get it, they're going to have something down here that says, it tells them what the invoice amount is, and it says for them to pay. It says pay invoice. When they click it, they'll be able to put in their credit card number or their debit card number and just pay you with a credit or a debit card. They can do this from their phone, because you can text them the invoice, or you can email them the invoice, or you can do both. Okay? Now, when they get this, it basically says RBBS Transport, LLC, invoice, number, the date, bill to, Sammy's and the trucking, whatever. All right? Whoever's billed to. Then this stuff you're gonna put in your template to where it's gonna remain the same. Our records indicate that you completed, but you put in the number of loads. 4 loads that were provided to you via RBBS dispatch agent Courtney A. Phoenix. That was a person who was one of our dispatch agents at the time. Okay. All right. load number, right there, Allen Ludd, 921, 1 pack, 2 drops, Charlotte, North Carolina. It tell you about the drops. Drop number, load number 2, GS Logistics. Now this is a whole week of runs. Okay, this is a whole week of runs. So this company want to be billed each week, not after every load. You understand what I'm saying? So you can kind of set it up how you want to set it up. But this was a whole week of runs that this person, Tiffany, had dispatched for this carrier. Okay, so we put all that in there, and it gives them the total. Why? Because we get what, 10% of the load fee, right? Put all that in there was $8,450 on the load fees, for that week that they ran. Per our dispatch agreement, 10% is owed to RBBS Transport LLC. Please remit payment in the amount of $845, conveniently via credit or debit card. And then we have down here each load, right?
Yeah.
And what's the 10% was that need to be paid out, right? Then at the bottom it has the total, and it says the payments that was made was $845 on 1025 via the Visa card, RBBS Transport. And you have your company name down there, you know, when you set yours up and everything. Now, let's go back. This right here. What is this? What is this? Skip. All right.
And what if someone says no, they're not going to pay you?
Well, if they say no, then that's what we're about to go over right here.
Okay.
Come on, get out of this. What is going on here? All right. Here's what we're about to go over right here. Give me a second. I'm trying to find one that I can show. Oh. Give me a second. I'm going the wrong way. No wonder. My bad, y'all. I had a little bit of dyslexic moment. All right, let's look up this one. All right, you see this stuff down here that says attachments, right?
Yes, sir.
You see that? It says attachment. This was the invoice, okay, that was sent out to this gentleman right here. And you know, he paid it, of course. But if he did not pay it, with every invoice you send out, when you create your invoice, you're going to attach certain things. When you all dispatch a load, you get every bit of proof you need to hold their feet to the fire. You also get every bit of proof you need to report them to Federal Motor Carrier Safety Association, DOT, and the Federal Bond Service, right? And you're going to report them, and you're going to file a claim to have their authority revoked for non-payment of contract or non-payment of agreement, right?
Yes.
How are you going to prove that? Because you have a signed dispatch agreement, do you not?
Of course.
You also have a signed what? Confirmation rate sheet, do you not?
Yes.
You also have a signed BOL, do you not?
Every time.
Right.
So all those pieces of information, when you send out your invoice, you're going to attach this stuff along with it. Why? Because you want to show them that, hey, we have a signed bill of landing right here. There it is. Signed bill of landing. It says that load was picked up and delivered by you. Right?
Yes.
You're also going to want to show them that you have a signed what? Dispatch agreement that says that you entered into a legal agreement with my company. And that's your signature? Yeah, okay then. There you go. They don't
So you recommend that we get DocuSign so that if they want to sign this electronically, that's okay?
Yeah. I would highly recommend you get DocuSign. This person used DocuSign. You know?
Okay.
So there you go. You know what I mean? You got every bit of proof you need and all of the corroborating paperwork, right? And documents with their signatures and everything that they have on it, so that you can prove that when you send this stuff over to them, you know, you send this stuff over to the Federal Bond Service and the Federal Motors Carrier, you file a claim with the Federal Motors Carrier Safety Association and DOT to have this person's authority revoked, file a claim against their authority. You have every legal right to do so, and you have all the legal, evidence to back it up. So when you send this over to them, what person in their right mind when they get their invoice and they got all this stuff attached to it? Okay, what do you think the chances that person is going to think about bucking you? If they were thinking about bucking you, now they're thinking, oh, hold on there, Mr. Bueller. They got a lot of things with your signature on it. Well, what are you talking about, Diane? Well, they've attached a copy of your BOL that you signed and your dispatch agreement that you signed and your rate confirmation sheet that you signed.
Okay, I got it.
You see what I'm saying? Now,
yeah.
Is that like a bulletproof vest? Is that like an invisible pocket-funded shield from Star Trek? No. Because there's still a chance that some people will try and buck you. That's just life. In every business you deal with, that's business. In every business you deal with, you run that risk. You own a grocery store. People gonna try to shoplift, write bad checks, right?
Yes.
That's just a nature of being in business for yourself. And all you gotta protect yourself as best you can, but Square gives you the tools and resources so you can adequately prepare for that and protect yourself. Okay.
Okay, now, thank you. I will be watching the Square video once we're done here.
Yeah, and on the other side of the Square, with the other question that you asked about Square, you can also go into your settings on what's called Square Payroll. That is it. Yeah, Square Payroll. Was it Square Payroll or Square Team? No, it's Square Team. Either way, you can go into Square Payroll or Square Team, and you can set up your team. Okay, like those of you who are corporate enrollees, you can go in here and you can add people to your team. Okay, let's say you are a dispatch firm, right? And you want to add people to your team. So what you're going to do is you can set what's called permission levels within your Square account, which means you can add people on. Like if you was at a store and you had Square that you were taking payments from, you want everybody that's working at the store to be able to what? Process transactions, right?
Right.
And you want each transaction to be attached to that person, so you know who processed that transaction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing in here. When you go and you set up your Square permissions, when you're adding your team, I think it's under Square permissions. Restaurant, software, retail, loyalty, marketing, capital, customers, appointments, gifts, teams. I think it's on the teams, or it might be on the payroll. But when you go and you set up your, hold on, it's on the account settings. There we go. When you go and you set up your permissions, you're basically going to be adding your people in, and then once you add them in, Square Business, here we go. Once you add them in, locations, pricing, subscription transfers. Where's that thing at? It's called permissions. Bank accounts, authorized representatives. Here we go, authorized representatives. All right, there we go. Create authorized representative. Y'all see this right here? When you add an authorized representative, well, basically what you're doing is you're gonna go in, you're gonna put in this person's all the information, right? You're a team member, all right? And then once you get that person's information in, it's gonna ask you what permission level do you want them to have. Now, if you make them an administrator, that means they'll be able to see all of your profits and all the money you got coming in and everything, right? You don't want to make them an administrator, okay? You want to be the only business owner and the only administrator. But if you want to make them just a team member, right? Or just an employee, you can do that, and you can limit their permission level. When you give them permission to create invoices and send out the invoices, right? But they don't have access your reports. They can't transfer money from the Square account to your bank account. They can't do any of that type of stuff. They can only create the invoices, right? Send out the invoices, send the reminders for the late fees and all that type of stuff. They can do all that type of stuff, and then it's recorded with Square. You know who did what. So therefore, if you got yourself some dispatchers and you need to pay them, right? You know what carriers they were dispatching for and what carriers paid their dispatch fees. So it's going to tell you this person collected this amount of money. So you can just go ahead and pull up their whole thing for the week, and you can calculate, pay them. You go to where it says pay your people, where it says go to your payroll. You can jump right over to your payroll. What is that here? Virtual the payroll. Jump right over to payroll, and then you can pay your people. Because it has them listed on by each person how much money from the invoices that their actions took in, how much they processed that week. So if one person processed $10,000, right? That week in invoices that came in and that were paid, you owe them what? 60%, you owe them what? $6,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you owe them 40%, you owe them what? $4,000. And you can actually click on it and pay them and send them a check right from Square. Or you can directly deposit it into the bank account. When you set them up in the system, you ask them, say, hey, you want me to pay you by direct deposit? What's your bank routing number and your account number? You put that in there. So it's time for you to pay them. You just click the button to pay them. And you can even set the percentages of what that pay is going to be. So if you know that they're at 60%, when you pull up their activity, whatever the amount is, you click pay them, Square is going to automatically calculate that what? That's 60%, and it's going to send them their cut. Don't you just love Square? I do. Square is amazing. And they have something called Square Capital, where Square will give you a advanced loan based on the amount of money you're bringing in on a monthly and weekly basis. And they keep increasing it as you go along and pay it back. And the way you pay it back is every transaction you take in, they take a small percentage. They may take 3% or 5% of whatever each transaction is, and it goes towards paying off your loan. Like when we first started, we got a loan offer from Square for $3,500 within the first 2 months of us being, first 3 months. They made us a Square cash advance offer of $3,500. It's called Square Capital. Who is that here? It's called Square Capital. Where is that? Square home, but transactions, customers, Capital, there, right there. It's called Square Capital. The last loan we got from Square, I think, was like $15,000. You know, they sent us one for 15 grand. That money went right into our bank account, use any kind of way we want to. And I think we're about halfway through paying for it already. I think all we owe is like maybe $6,000 or $7,000. I can't remember. But yeah, we're about 42% paying it back already. So we owe them $7,062 on that one we got before. And as you all can see, they take out a percentage. They basically just take out a percentage of every transaction that comes through Square. Y'all see how that works? Now, once this gets around to about 90% being paid back, Square will then make us another offer. This time it's probably going to be about $20,000 to $25,000. If we accept it, within 2 days, that money is sent right to our bank account for us to use any kind of way we want to. And we just continue doing business as normal, right? And Square takes out these little bit of amounts on each transaction, take out a percentage of the transaction, and it goes towards paying that loan back. And they usually give you like 18 months to 2 years to finish paying it back. We normally complete these within 3 to 4 months. So every 3 or 4 months, we're getting a cash influx of between 10, 15 to 25 grand from Square. Isn't that great? Because working capital works best when you got it in your bank, right? Right? Does everybody agree with that?
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
So that's why I love Square. They make running your business so easy. And y'all know we run everything right from Square. You know, the messages you all get and stuff y'all get from us is coming from the Square account. So look, I love Square. I back them 100%. I used to have PayPal. PayPal got me in a lot of trouble. I wound up with PayPal, and I got and lost $26,841 from PayPal. That's how much money I lost dealing with PayPal. So someone scammed me, and PayPal just fell for a hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, PayPal will let you down.
Yeah, they really did. So I swore never to. Well, I can't use PayPal anymore because I sued them. So I sued PayPal. Me along with about 1,500 other people, part of a class action suit. We all got a good little chunk of money back from that lawsuit, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. All right. Did I answer your question? Hopefully I did. Hopefully I was very thorough in answering your question. All right. Does anybody else have a question? Next question. This is Q&A.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
I'm in the process. I'm working on building my website, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was browsing through the internet, checking out other dispatch companies' websites, and getting ideas and everything. And what I want to ask is, our motto is we book however you like to run. We do it according to the carrier, the carrier profile. Now on the carrier profile, I notice on some people's websites they got like we'll chase after your detention pay and truck orders not used and things like that, layover and things like that. Should we offer those kinds of services?
You
And
can.
if so, how do you negotiate those things with the broker, like fuel advances and things like that? I never heard of a broker giving a carrier a fuel advance on a load or anything like that.
It depends on how much money they got in the load. Now, I mean, some of the larger brokerage firms will offer that, like a TQL, or RWI, Landstar, Coyote, places like that. They have those things. built into the system. Now, if you're dealing with a one-man organization, like some of you are just, your own freight brokerage firm, your own this and that, it's going to be harder to get those independent firms to actually do some of that stuff because they just don't have the resources like the bigger firms do.
Right.
They just literally don't have the resources to take care of it. Now, are there companies and stuff that they can sign up with to make it look like they have those resources? Yes, because if you got
third party.
Yeah, because look, if you got a factory company, check with your factory company. So your factory company can offer those things through factory, but it makes it look like you're actually providing them. So in a sense,
okay.
Why? Because you're paying the factory company a percentage, so the factory company can provide those things, but it's going to cost you a higher percentage on your factory.
Right.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
Like when we were using, when we had factoring with our brokerage firm, the factory company that we use offer quick pay. They offer advanced pay, where you get half your pay up front.
Right, I know they do that. Most of them gonna do that for you. But
the fuel advantage cards, had all that. But we were paying 5.5% on what's called on factory.
Versus like 3% or 2%.
Yeah, versus 2% versus 3%. We could have got 2% without the quick pay and all this, but we loaded up the quick pay, the fuel cards, all that stuff. So when we said that we offer fuel cards, in a sense we do, but it's not coming directly from us. We are paying the factory company a higher percentage on these transactions for them to make those things available.
Advance. Okay.
See what I'm saying? So
I see what you're saying.
So a lot of times, just check with the broker and see if, and you may want to, and some brokers, they don't even realize this, and you may say, well, does your factory company offer this stuff? Oh, I don't know. Let me check.
You just simply ask them and check it, right?
Yeah, and lo and behold, they realize, man, I've been paying for this the whole time, and didn't know I could have had this.
Yeah. So for example, if we call up the broker, we book the load for them. Those would be like extra questions that we ask at the end. How does the shipper handle detention? What about layover?
Exactly.
What about truck not used and things like that? And we just relay that to our carrier.
Exactly. And the stuff that most brokers are familiar with that they're gonna pay for is like detention pay. Every broker knows about detention pay.
Right. I know that part.
If you're there more than anything over 2 hours, I'm going to give you this much money per hour, something like that. They all are familiar with that. But quick pay and all that type of stuff, a lot of times that stuff is not coming from brokers, it's coming from the factory company. Fuel cards, that's coming from the factory company. That's not coming from the broker, that's coming from the factory company.
Okay. And I noticed on some of these other dispatch companies' websites, they have a how do you feel about paper only, like for instance, we get carriers that want to book their own loads, but they don't want to handle the paperwork, and we charge them just to handle the paperwork.
You doing all the paperwork?
They want to book.
I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but if I'm gonna do all the paperwork, I'm gonna charge you more than 10%.
Okay, because I seen people charging like $50 a week to do all the paperwork for the carrier. And I'm like, how is these people making money?
Look. Is that all they're doing? It's just paperwork, though.
No. They have plans. Like they have different plans. Like they have a plan. They'll have a plan like they have a plan where they charge you a percentage. They maybe charge like 4%. Or they have a flat fee plan where they'll charge the driver like $200, $300 a week. And then they have a paperwork only plan where they charging a driver like $50 a week.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand.
Let's look at that number. It ain't hard to figure that out, man. It ain't hard to figure it out.
I was crunching the numbers and I can see how you get a profit off of that.
Yeah, you can get a profit off of it.
Well, you get a profit, but it's a lot of work.
Not really. It depends on how you have it set up. Hold up.
Okay, okay, let's see.
Look,
That's why I asked you.
some of these, and remember, some of these people, they're outsourcing this stuff. They may be getting this stuff done through an outsourced company. The company says that we'll process X amount of paperwork for you for $140 a month. Or for
And they charge you $50 a week.
Yeah, for $299 a month. We'll process, they give you like a bulk number.
Gotcha.
1,000, whatever this and that, or 500 different forms, per week or per month, whatever it's going to be. Now, if the average trucking company, they didn't have that much paperwork. You gonna have what?
Carrier profile, invoice, and.
But once you got all that stuff done, it's already on file, right?
Right. And see, my thing is, the carrier have to fill out the paperwork at first in the first place, right? And then I'm just copying it as we go, as you go through the process, right?
Exactly. Or the carrier, can give you power of attorney to do it, and you do it.
Do it all on his behalf at first and through the process.
Exactly.
As the relationship goes on. Okay.
Exactly. But he might as well just do it the first time anyway, because you still gotta.
Exactly.
You still gotta what? Ask some questions.
Exactly. Right? So we're gonna be on the phone. I'm gonna ask the questions. I'm filling in. You filling it out yourself anyway.
Exactly. Look, remember I always tell y'all there's 1,000,001 ways to make money within this industry.
Right.
And what do I always tell you all? We are training you all not just to book freight, but we're training you to be what? Logistics what?
Entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs, exactly. And that's the thing that a lot of other freight broker trainers, the people that talk bad about, they don't understand. They don't understand the complexity of our platform. They don't understand what exactly it is we do. Okay? And I designed the platform specifically in that manner so that they wouldn't understand what we do. The only way you're gonna really get what we do is you gotta join the platform. Okay? And then once you're in, you realize, man, this thing is deep.
Yes, sir.
Sir, so yeah, they're not going to understand what we do because it's designed that way. So it keeps them on the outside looking in and trying to figure out what it is we're doing. And because they haven't figured it out, they fear it. And because they fear it, they're going to talk bad about it. But it's okay. They'll be all right. I'm happy with it. because the more they talk about us, they're just doing what? I mean, they're advertising for us. They're branding.
Free promo. Free promo.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it's like free promos. So it's all good. All right. But did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate that.
Always. Next question. Y'all don't mind me. I'm trying to beat my blood sugar.
I have one for you, Cal.
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man.
Who am I speaking with?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Who am I? Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Oh, this is Damien.
Damien?
What's going on, man? I speak with you earlier on this week about getting your own authority. How do you go about getting insurance? Because 1 hour said they don't do insurance. So how would that work? Something where you
All right, if they don't do insurance, I would recommend a company called Pacific, or simply do what? Anybody about to tell me? Anybody know what I'm about to do?
Google.
You about to tell him to get one of his carriers to do it?
Yeah, or just Google.
Oh yeah, Google.
If you want to know about getting insurance, I mean, Google tell you everything. Look, I tell you all a lot, but even I don't know everything. But I know where to find everything. I really do. Okay, it's all about asking the right question. Okay, do any of y'all ever watch? Y'all know I refer to a lot of movies and stuff, and so y'all know y'all probably saying, how in the world he keep all that stuff up there in his head? I told y'all I have an autographic memory. Y'all ever watch iRobot?
Yeah.
With Will Smith, right?
Yeah.
The doctor apparently looks like he committed suicide by throwing himself out of this 20,000 floor window, right? And Will Smith comes up, right? And the doctor's got the little thing down there, the little virtual reality thing, and the image of the doctor comes up, and he can, you can ask questions to it, and Will ask the doctor a question. He asks the reflection of the question, and it says that please rephrase the question, right? And so he's trying to rephrase it, and finally, Will ask the question, and then he says, "Now that was the right question." It's all about asking the right question. That's all Google is. Google, for those of you who don't know, is a form of artificial intelligence. That's what it is in AI. It works on a series of algorithms. Algorithms are complex computations and programming algorithm that will put into a system that causes Google and its platform to respond to the questions you ask. But if you don't ask the right question, it's not going to give you the right answer, right?
Right.
That's all it is. Now I've got a hey Google. We haven't brought it over here yet, but we say, hey Google. And we ask questions, she pops right up. She tells us stuff, right? So if you go to Google and you ask the right question, it's going to give you the right answers. Now, sometimes you may have to rephrase that question in several different ways in order to get the answer you're looking for, but if you keep at it, you will get the right answer. So just think about what it is you're trying to get access to. Like, for instance, if you want to know, and be specific, all right? You want to know about what? Trucking authority insurance, right?
Right.
Okay. So but you don't just want to general. You want to know who has the best rates, right?
Right.
All right. So you just go and put in best rates for authority insurance. Right. Now, you don't want to look at all these ads. That's what you don't want. You want to go to what their recommendations are. So when you see stuff that says ads, you kind of want to stay away from those. I mean, you can click on some of them if one pops up and it interests you, but here we go. Insure My Read. I want to check that out because read what it says. 4 easy ways to get an own authority insurance quote. Found that because what this is probably, this seems like it's one of those ones when you go in and put in the information and then it gives you people, they compete and give you the best quotes. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, got it.
Okay. So these are some of the things that you probably going to look for. Now, I like Pacific Truck Authority Insurance. It's a company called Pacific. I can't remember what the whole. I know I just spelled it wrong. It should, there we go. It should correct it for me. What is the company? Pacific. Or better yet, go and look up the company that we had our insurance with. We just go to ship with RBBS. Shipwithrbbs.com. Okay, this was our brokerage site when we were brokers. We don't. This site is not. I mean, the site is still active, but we don't broker anymore. Okay, but we leave it up so that you all can get, so that you all can. Those of you who are brokering, or if you're trying to get your own authority or whatever this and that, you can go ahead. You can kind of, look at how we were set up and kind of you can model yours after, the same way we had ours modeled. But go to the onboarding packet, and then you go to the insurance section, insurance, and this company right here, they handle broker's insurance and the trucking authority insurance, Accord. Okay. So you can go and look at this and see who the insurance, see who our insurance was through, and they were pretty good. Certificate of liability, and it's done through Accord. A producer, which is American Premier, out of Phoenix. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all the contact number. Call 480. Y'all write this down. 480-423-3444. Y'all get that? And that's American Premier. They were pretty good to us. I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty good to you all. All right.
And the insurance, because it is something that you have to get, right?
If you are, yeah. Well, what are you trying to do? It depends on what you're trying to do.
Just get my own authority.
Okay. To run your own truck, or are you looking to just have other owner operators sign on to your authority?
Just to sign on.
All right. All right. There's a tactic and a strategic way of doing that if you don't want to have your own insurance. Okay, if you don't want to pay for it yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you got your authority insurance, if you're running a trucking company, you're gonna need a truck to put that insurance on, right?
Correct.
Okay. So it takes a little bit more than just getting your insurance. Because they're gonna say, okay, what truck you want to put what truck you want to attach it to? Because you're getting what's called a blanket insurance policy. Because each owner operator is going to have their own separate insurance, but you're getting what's called a blanket insurance policy that will cover the company and any truck that is running under your authority, right?
All right.
All right. You're going to want to have do you have a truck?
Yes.
Oh, well, then you get to go in. I'm about to say.
Well, I have carrier, not me. I don't have a personal truck, but just carrier.
All right, so you got to carry it. Now, does your company own a truck?
No.
All right. You're going to have at least one truck that's owned by the company that's under to put the blanket insurance on. You understand?
Yes.
So short of going out and buying you a truck, okay, you may want to take this advice. You may want to reach out to one of your carriers and make them a partnership offer. Now, before you get your britches all up in a bunch and say, well, I want to give up, half my company. You don't have to give half the company. Because there are ways you can make things very attractive to people and still get what you want and they get what they want all at the same time. So here's how I would do it. I would contact one of the owner operators that you trust, you have a good connection with. Say, hey, look, I want to make you a partnership. I want to make you an offer. Okay. I'm already paying you, 73 1/3% of the load fee, right? Right. Or 75% of the load fee, right? Right. All right. I would like to bring you on as a silent limited partner. Okay. And for that, bring you on as a silent limited partner, and because you are now a 10% partner, we get to use your truck. Your truck now becomes a company asset because you're one of the owners of the company. You're a small percentage owner, but you are one of the owners of the company. So now your truck now would be a company asset, which means we can put the insurance on it, put the blanket insurance on it, and that way we can cover the entire fleet by using your truck as the blanket insurance holder. All right. Now for that, I'm going to increase your percentage from 75% up to 95%. So you're going to get 95% of the loads that you run, that you pick up and run yourself. I'm also going to pay you 2% or 2.5% or 2.25% or whatever the case may be of every load that's ran by this company. You don't think that would be an attractive enough offer? And all that person is doing is what?
Running what he doing what he gonna always do.
Exactly. Continue doing what he's doing, but now he's getting another 2% to 2.25% of
all the company's revenue.
Exactly, of the company's revenue.
Is that relating to a dispatcher or a broker?
That's related to someone who wants to own their own trucking company without owning any truck. This gentleman clearly wants to start his own trucking company, but he don't want to have to go out and buy a whole fleet of trucks, right?
Correct.
Right.
He wants to have people who own their own trucks, but don't have their own authority. You understand?
Okay.
Because you have a lot of truck owners out there that don't have their own authority, but they own trucks. You see what I'm saying? And he just want to be able to sign them on to his authority. So y'all realize that's what Landstar is, right?
Right.
They don't own any trucks. They have one truck that they have listed as off of the blanket insurance. But they don't own any trucks. They just have a owner. So they're a 100% owner trucking company, right?
Right. You lease on to them.
All of their drivers are owner operators. They own their own trucks. They just signing them on to Landstar's authority. Landstar is paying them a percentage of the load fees based on their experience and the type of truck that they have running with them.
That is smart.
Of course it is, very smart. But it's not anything that you and me can't do. We do the same thing. Don't y'all love the knowledge y'all get from this platform?
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, but people say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm scared. I got students making almost $1 million a year, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I got students that just started last month. On their way to making $300,000+ a year, but man, I don't know what I'm talking about. It don't matter.
No problem. Quick question. Then is it wise to run a 2 separate LLC then? One for the dispatcher and then one for the trucking?
Well, if you are a dispatch and trucking company, you can have the same one. Now, if you are a broker, that's something different. Okay, a dispatch firm and a trucking company, you can kind of, that kind of goes hand in hand. Okay, there is no conflict of interest on that part. Why? Because the dispatch department gets paid from who? The trucker. They're running the load, right?
Right.
So there is no conflict. Now you can't have a brokerage firm, right? And then have a dispatch firm under the same LLC, under the same EIN number, and double dipping on the load. Why? Because you are a brokerage firm, you are getting a margin of the of the shipper's fee, right?
Right. So that would be conflict of interest then.
Yeah, exactly. You make your money from the margin of the load that's coming from the shipper. And then if you're trying to dispatch, right, to a carrier from a load that you already made money on, and then you're gonna dispatch to a carrier, and then you're gonna charge the carrier a dispatch fee, that's double dipping. Can't do that, that's illegal. Okay? But you can't do that, you can't double dip. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Remember that. No double dipping, no double brokering. If you are brokers, and I know you all get a lot of brokers, these big broker firms, well, let's co-broker on a deal. Anybody tell me what co-brokering is? It's the same thing.
It's the same thing as double dipping, huh? But two brokers going in on it, huh?
Exactly. That's double brokering.
Yeah. They scheming.
Yeah. When you say co, that means there's more than one, right?
Right.
Yeah. How you gonna co-broker on the deal? Look, man, they trying to set you up.
Yeah.
Okay? So y'all try not to fall for that. And you notice a lot of these big brokers firms, they'll approach a lot of you independent, small brokers, and they'll hit you, yeah, man, let's co-broker, man, let's co-broker on this. Man, look, they say you're for the fall. If they're gonna make the money, you're gonna take the fall. Don't fall for it. Okay? Don't. All right. We got about 10 minutes. Enough time for a couple more questions. Any more questions?
Mr. Garvin, my name is Jackson. I'm the newbie that you were just talking about earlier. Thank you for the opportunity. Again, that's a wonderful platform. That's one of the major reasons why I kind of sign up due to the environment. Okay. Now, my question is for somebody like me that just starting, and I did watch the orientation and also the video. What would be the first step that I need to do other than learning the script, memorizing the script, and then try to make it my own? What would be the next step for me?
The first step, of course, is learning the script. Okay, once you learn the script, I will go ahead and review the profile sheet, make sure you understand that. And then after that, I will go to the workflow and review the workflow and how to actually get a load from booked to getting it paid on. Now, fortunately enough, we have started doing our how-to series. Okay, so if you go, if you're in the back office, you go to your video library.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be able to pull up the how-to dispatch series. All right, that's every Monday night. We cover a section of dispatching on the how-to series. Reason why we call it how-to series, so we take you through it every Monday night, step by step, the process of dispatching. From first of all, learning the script, that was the first how-to series. Second of all, so we go over the pitch, the script, this and that. And then, and I think the first thing we went over is how to locate carriers. So we go over how to locate carriers, then we go over the script, then we went over, what was it, y'all? After that, we went over the profile sheet and that type of stuff. And then the next one, we're gonna be going over, I think this Monday, we'll be going over this Monday. I think we're on number 4. I haven't loaded up number 3, but I think we're gonna be on number 4 or 5. How to locate on operator was the first one. How to do the pitch was the second one. And then if you go over here, I've got them all on here. How to series.
So I would just have to search for it, or is it already created as a playlist?
No, it's in your back office site.
Oh.
Under your video library. Hold on here. All right, here we go. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can look for it, and they're all going to be labeled how to. See right here what it says how to.
Right.
That's the how to series. Okay. One is how to broker, and another one is how to dispatch. Okay. All right. This was how to dispatch part 4, load management, and part 3 was how to create part 3, how to use the dispatch agreement and profile sheet. That was it right there. And then we had this one right here, which is how to dispatch, load management and acquisitions.
Okay.
Finding the right type of loads, because we're going through the steps. First of all, you learn the script, you pitch the script. Well, first of all, you find the carriers, you find out where they are, then you learn the script, you pitch the script to the carriers, then you send them the dispatch agreement and the profile sheet. Then after you send them the dispatch agreement and profile sheet, you gotta do what? You gotta find them loads. That's why we're going with load management and acquisition. After you find them a load, what's next, everybody?
Invoice?
Yeah, after you find them a load, you got to not invoice them. You got to do what? You got to get the load paid on, first of all. you gotta do what? Confirmation, right? You gotta book the load. After you find
book the load with the broker.
So the one we're going over Monday is how to book the load with the brokers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the last one went over, we showed y'all how to find the loads. The one that's coming up this Monday, 8 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. is how to go about booking the load with the broker, which will cover what? What did you say to the broker when you first called him up? Hey, Mr. Broker, how you doing? This is such and such, with such and such. I'm calling because my carrier likes load, wants to run load number, blah, 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 blah. Is that load still available? Yeah, that load's still available. Okay, what's your carrier's MT number? Give it to him. Why? Because you have that carrier on the contract. Go to give him the MT number, the DOT number. It takes him about 20 to 40 seconds. He comes back, okay, that carrier is good to go. Or he's going to tell you that carrier needs to fill out our web. Carrier broker packet, right? If he says the latter, you're gonna say, okay, well, go ahead and shoot me over the link to that broker package or shoot me the broker package. But sometimes they just have a link that you can go to, and you can do it right on that broker's website, right? Y'all are aware of that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then other times you have to actually just, they'll send you the entire packet. And you got to fill it out. Now, once you get that, you're going to call up the carrier and let them know, hey, this load is available, but it requires filling out a broker packet. Since this is the first time we're doing one, this is the last time you have to do one, because from here on out, I'll have the information, I can fill it out for you from here on out. You get it?
Get it.
So you need to shoot that over to the carrier, have them to do it, or you can call them up and ask them the questions, and you just do it, right? And then when you're done, right? If the carrier did it and they send it back to you, it's in your what? Email, right?
Right.
You're gonna go and you're gonna create what? In your email, you're gonna create what? A folder under that carrier's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna save that in that folder, right? Along with all the other stuff that that carrier has done, all their confirmation rate sheets, all their BOL, all their transfers, gonna be saved under their folder. So now you can easily manage your carrier. Y'all see how that works?
Yes.
And then you're gonna call back the broker. Hey, Mr. Broker, you're gonna shoot that. I just sent you over that broker carrier packet. You're gonna look at it. All right, great. Let's go ahead and dispatch that carrier out. You're gonna send you what? A rate confirmation sheet. When you get that rate confirmation sheet, you're gonna forward over to the carrier. Carrier's gonna sign it. You're gonna forward it back to you. Before you do all that, you're gonna read it line by line. You're gonna forward it back to you. When it hits your email, you're gonna what? Save that in where? That carrier's folder. And you're gonna forward it over to the broker. That carrier is now dispatched. Carrier's gonna pick up the load. Carrier's gonna run the load. Carrier's gonna drop load. Carrier's gonna send you a signed BOL along with their invoice. When you get that, you're gonna save it to what? the carrier's folder. And then you're gonna send it over to the broker. The broker's then gonna forward that up to where? Their factoring company. A day and a half later, you're gonna call that broker back. Hey, Mr. Broker, how you doing? Call and check the status of my carrier's pay on load number, blah, 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 blah. Where you're gonna get this from? You're gonna go to your carrier's folder in your email, you're gonna pull it up. That's where you're gonna get it from. Now, one day, you all will be able to just spit this just like that. Because it becomes part of your, you know, you're gonna be doing this so often, you ain't gonna never forget it. The process is gonna be like knowing how to get up and go to the bathroom at night. You know, you be dead asleep, but you know you went to that bathroom, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So, you'll be able to do this in your sleep, man. You know? And believe it or not, making money in this industry becomes just that easy. You don't believe me? Ask the young lady who just signed up 29, a carrier with 29 trucks. They're on their way to having a very happy new year next year. I'll tell you that right now. I want to go to their house party. I want to go to their Christmas party next year.
We are going to have a Christmas party. I'm already planning those Christmas cards in that list.
So we're not going to have it on a yacht this year?
Pardon me?
Y'all going to have it on a yacht this year?
Well, I got a lake in my backyard and a pool right out back the back door, so maybe we can get something floating.
Oh, snaps. It's on.
We might have to fight the gators down there in the pond, but we can put up a fight.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, everybody. That's about our time has come to a close. You know, y'all ever watch Carol Burnett?
You gonna pull that right ear?
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Gosh, we're telling our age now.
I love that show. I love that show. I always get sad when it's time for to go. That's how I feel about you all. Every Saturday, I be wanting to have me like a little theme song like that. I'm so glad we had this time together. Good night, everybody.
Have a blessed day, Mr. Butler.
You all
Have a
too.
good one. Thank y'all.
Look, I appreciate each and every last one of you all. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Monday night, 8 p.m., 8:45 p.m. Tuesday night, 8 p.m., 8:45 p.m. Wednesday night, 8 p.m., 8:45 p.m. Now, we may or may not have class on Wednesday night because we're trying to get all this stuff moved over. We have the movers are scheduled to come on Wednesday and Thursday. So depending on how late we are up trying to get stuff over from the apartment over to here, and we'll just have to play that by ear. Okay, so I'm giving y'all advance warning about to play that by ear. If you want to schedule a private consultation, do so. I will be available Mondays and maybe Tuesday for private consultation. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of packing up at the apartment, and just you wouldn't believe the stuff you collect in 3 years. It's crazy. So, but anyway, before I go, let me see if I can do this with you all. I can put this in my pocket, carry my phone around with me. I can still stay connected. Maybe not. We'll out here. Make this like a portable thing. Let's see if I can. Let me start my sharing. That way I can give y'all the full screen. I think I can do it that way.
Okay, great.
All right. Stop sharing. Am I still sharing? There we go. All right. Y'all can see me, right?
think you
Yeah, we can
blank.
see you.
And can y'all see me?
I see the blank avatar picture thing. I don't see your actual video.
Hold on here.
There's Lloyd Jones in the center of the screen.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get this right. I was trying to give y'all a little tour of the property, if I can get it up and going right here. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Did I get y'all back?